Hey guys, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel, and your home for the best infotainment on YouTube, baby. Today I'm gonna tell you a little story, man. It's about a severely underrated phone called the OnePlus 11 5G. So first off, I do think this phone is highly underrated and severely passed over by a lot of tech YouTubers. But I feel like this phone is actually the perfect phone for the guy or girl who just wants a fully functional phone who's capable of doing a lot of things really well. Now, I've had this phone for 5 months, so I've had a little time with it to experience a few things. Some are good, some are bad, mostly good though. And the first good thing about it is the battery life. The battery life is unsurpassed by any other phone in the market as far as I'm concerned. And that's because this is the only other phone on the market that I know of that'll charge a battery from 0 to 100% in about 26 minutes. And it'll last about a day and a half for the average user. For a power user, this phone is gonna last you about a full day. And for those nitpicky people, nope, there's no wireless charging. But I don't see the case of needing it considering it lasts so long on one battery charge. Plus, if you do get a little low, you can charge this thing from 0 to 100 in under 26 minutes. Come on now. Now, some people might complain that this phone is only IP64 rated, which basically makes it just splash proof. You can't submerge it underwater. But I wouldn't worry about that too much because first of all, you shouldn't be dunking your phone in the water, but it could happen. The reason I wouldn't worry too much is because OnePlus actually says that it does meet the IP68 certification. They just don't have the official certification because it costs too much, and then they would have to pass on that cost to us, the user, making the phone even pricier at its already low price, which we actually love about this phone. This is actually one of the great things about the phone is its price point. Now, aside from its good looks and material choices and design, two things I really love about the hardware of this phone. The first one of the two being the fingerprint scanner. This thing is actually so fast and reliable. In fact, I think it's actually better than my Galaxy S23 Ultra's fingerprint scanner. Now, my second favorite part of the hardware is this volume switch right here, just on the side of the phone without going into the software, opening up the phone and pulling down the screen and stuff like that. You got this switch that goes from ring to vibrate to silent just like that. That thing is super clutch to have on a phone, and I think it should be a golden standard for all mobile phones at this point. Now let's get to the screen. A lot of people don't like curved screen phones. I happen to actually love them because it helps me swipe from left to right when I'm navigating on the phone. Now, aside from the hardware of the screen, the software, meaning the adaptive or dynamic refresh rate as OnePlus would call it, it works flawlessly. It always keeps the phone feeling smooth, even when you're transitioning from like a static screen to something like a movie or YouTube or something like that, or even social media, then going back to a static screen. Everything just works smooth. The colors are really good too. They're nice and rich without being overly saturated. It just gives it a natural look and a good appeal to the phone. Now, a major part of a mobile phone is the software itself. Now, no pun intended by this, but Oxygen OS is such a breath of fresh air. In my opinion, this is what pure Android should look like. It actually offers you a lot more customization than pure Android does without going over the top or making the system feel too clunky. But it still lacks app drawer organization, which is really needed. I'm just one of those guys who likes to have all his apps organized, even in the app drawer itself. It also offers you great tools like mini apps, floating windows, and the sidebar, which you can swipe from the right and just get your apps right there in your face, and you just have them floating on your screen as you need it. And for you gamers out there, it also offers an intuitive and extensive gaming suite. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, right here, the camera. Seriously, man, why are phone manufacturers so focused on cameras? No pun intended, but seriously, it seems like every time a phone comes out, they spend like 40 minutes of a 1-hour keynote talking about the camera capabilities. I get it, great. People love cameras, you know, there's Instagram, there's social media sharing apps and stuff like that. But a mobile phone is a device that moves with you. It's in your pocket or in your hands literally all day. So the camera is not in use all the time. But I get it, when you need it to perform well. And that's where the photos in this thing comes in clutch. It actually takes really great pictures and it excels at low light pictures. Where it doesn't really excel is video. It doesn't matter if it's daytime, nighttime, or whatever the lighting situation is. It's just not that great to be a video phone. So if you're a photographer, or like I would say a novice phone photographer who just wants to snap photos of your kids playing soccer and your animals and stuff like that, or just doing stuff on the go sharing your life, this is a great phone with a great camera setup for you for still pictures. not necessarily video. Now, as I said before, this phone is severely underrated and I think severely underappreciated and passed over by a lot of YouTubers. In fact, I think it's a much better phone than the Google Pixel 7 Pro, and I also think it would match up to something in the S23 lineup too. For me, OnePlus is a new company. I've never really paid attention to them up until this year in 2023 with this OnePlus 11 Pro. I'm really happy to see that they're building out an ecosystem because that's what makes a phone a phone. I know a phone should be a standalone product, but you got to be able to use your phone with the other tech you have, such as a tablet. Now they have the OnePlus Pad, your earbuds. Now they have the OnePlus Buds Pro 2, which are great earbuds. They were my daily drivers, but I had to try something else out right now. But those are actually my favorites for 2023 so far, and we're in July right now. So that's a long time to be using some earbuds and still claim they're my favorites. At the end of the day, OnePlus delivered a really refreshing phone to the market. All the other manufacturers are labeling their phones Pro and Ultra and Plus Plus and Plus this, while OnePlus just gives us all the pro stuff like the battery life and the performance. They just give it to us and call it the OnePlus 11. They got one phone, not 3, 4, 5 to choose from, while they're just trying to label things, you know? It is what it is. I'm no expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is I'm gonna go ahead and take this phone out and go take some pictures with my dog. Ah, there he is. There's my boy. So we're gonna go out and take some pictures. Y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.